Hey, I'm Decathlon Gamer, and this is the Road to the Record, where I work to achieve mastery of 10 games in a hunt for the best score of the Decathlon. If you like what you see, remember to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, hit subscribe. Let the games begin. We are approaching the end of the season, the 2017 season, so much so that this is where we're at. Tour of Alberta, and we have just a couple stages left to go, and then we have less than a handful of single one-day classics after that to wrap up the season. So, what you're likely going to see, is these last couple stages of the Tour of Alberta here in this episode, and then we'll probably skip to the last couple of one-dayers to wrap up the year. And then on to Continental Pro with our new team for next season, which is Wanty Group Gobert. Alright, so we've acquired a total of 4 victories on the year. Let's get to it. Okay, we've got a couple minor climbing stages here to wrap up the season, and we do have 2 pretty solid climbs to wrap up this stage that will definitely split up the field. I would imagine the entire field will still be together by the time we hit the base of this penultimate climb, but we will soon split up from there. We are currently 16th overall, 4th in the sprint, 1st in the mountain climbing. And Vetkov is right there with us. And as we reach the end of this first season, we have yet to have made a name for ourselves, though we've had one strong performance in the year, but that's definitely not enough to get your name out there by itself. So the wins we've had have been, at least 3 of them, have been in races that don't elevate your name at all, so we're still a definite unknown. And you can also see that we are outside of the favorites for today. Wow, we've got a huge gap on the mountain standings. I wonder if they'll actually send us off for that instead of the overall standings. It's possible that they could try to rely on Vetkov for the overall, as he's 1 place ahead of us, and could turn us to mountain climber standings.
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome. The profile of the route is a fairly mixed bag, so everybody should find a section to their pleasing.
Roll point standings. Try to score points in intermediate sprints. Point standings. They have turned our focus to the points. So we're gonna get into the breakaway group if we're gonna be scoring points.
He's going to take them on by himself.
And at the moment, I'm the only one out there. I'm already 30 seconds ahead of the field. Safety kind of comes at about a minute, so that's why I'm still pushing. There's 30 seconds. And it looks like 5 more riders. I'm a minute ahead now. They'll catch me here shortly. Yeah, 53 seconds.
Breakaway at the front.
Okay. I've already effectively recovered. We have a great breakaway of 6, but it looks like there's as many as 4 more riders that are trying to catch up to us. Where are we for the points jersey? We're 4th. So it looks like we're going to try to hang on to both jerseys, or get a grip on both jerseys, but the mountain is the one I care more about, as I know we should be in a strong position to win that one. Breakaway is now 7. There are 3 more riders, so yeah, 10. And as a whole, we're about 3 minutes ahead of the peloton already. So, all right, it's time to back off. Back off. There we go. All right, race day condition is looking solidly +3. This could be one of those win the stage from the breakaway kind of days, and if it is, we are just 35 seconds off the yellow jersey. There's actually a chance we could find ourselves in the mix here at the end of the day if they allow us to get far enough away. I mean, we're 4 minutes away from the peloton already, but wow, they have just backed off to a crawl. Come on, guys. Well, let's get a move on. Speaking of getting a move on, I'm going to get a move on, speed 4. We got nothing going on here for a little while, and we've got a whole bunch of splits to hit, so it looks like they want me to go for points as well, though I think they might mean mountain. Alright, so I'm going to keep an eye on the cooperation, but also our placement on the track. Man, that guy in front of me is tiny. He's like me in real life. I'm not that small. Actually, my wife's that small. 4'10", according to her. 4'9", according to me. Flick of the elbow. And on they go. It looks like we have a pretty healthy mix of riders. None of them are from the same team, so on that we're spread out. I think that also is helping, as we're now 5.5 minutes ahead of the field. I love it. We're going to have to take a look at who is around us, but we have a sprint coming up here now. And I'm going to go ahead and just give a little push for that. Completely unchallenged, so nobody's interested in those points. We are 4th in that competition. We just picked up 6 points. So we gained 6 points for winning that intermediate sprint. There's another 6 points late on in the race, and if we happen to win from the breakaway, there's 25 points there. So even just those 6 points will boost us up a little bit. So these sprint points are pretty insignificant, but the mountain climbers are a bit more. These two Category 3 climbs early on, I will go for them, but they don't matter much. It's that Category 2 at the end. That's going to be a lot of the mountain climbing points. I do need to take a look, though, at who is with me. Brown has 25 points. And where is he? Anywhere else? No, he's completely out of contention. And these guys are all way back in the field. Okay. He's got 8 points. And who's this guy? Dropping back. There we go. Okay, here's another one dropping back. Alright, so there's nothing in this group outside of me that has any sort of contention for anything. Alright, sounds like the peloton's already picking up the pace early in the stage. That's got to be because of me. That 5-minute gap, I'm in virtual yellow by more than 4.5 minutes right now. Alright, looks like I'm going to need some water here. And this is a good time for that. Especially before we hit those 2 climbs. Things get a little more challenging, let's say. Now, I don't want to lose this group, but at the same time, I want to pick up those points. But as there's no threats in this group, I'm not worried if I take, say, second or even third on these Category 3 climbs, which, speaking of, how many points? Let's see, we gotta change camera. There we go. Alright, we have hit the base of the climb, and I'm going too fast for the group. But this is where we're going to split up on the field. So I'm going to pull them up the hill. With a bit of authority. I've got a +3 on mountain. I got a +3 on hills. And this might just split us up, stretch the lead from the field a little bit, and that's a really good thing, because going for the stage win, as well as potentially picking up the yellow jersey, are things I'd like to see happen. I've already stretched this out to 5.5 minutes, adding another 30 seconds or so, and here we go, second stage of this climb. And we are a little over 1K to the summit. Almost 2. I'm just going to keep up the pace here. And I'll push maybe right at the end, right before the top. But looks like I'm... Oh, I just split the group in half. As they couldn't even keep pace with me. Make sure I go over the top. Alright, excellent. Now I'll back off. We got 5K till the secondary summit. Ride nice and easy going down the hill here. So, looks like I've already done away with half the breakaway group, which is not a bad thing. They've caught back up to us. I can do that on the third climb and get it down to a smaller group for the end. But here we are into the climb again. I will step on it here in a little bit. We are under 2K to go to the top again, so this is a good time. And look at that, we've stretched a minute and a half on the peloton as they went over that first climb much easier than I did. And yes, I'm burning more energy for that, but I mean, come on, we're so early in the stage that it's not going to be hard to recover that. Alright, now we're just 4 away from the top, so let's step it up to where nobody can keep my pace. Excellent, excellent. Alright, so we got over both of the first 2 climbs. I just jumped out to a 90 point, so 6 points for each of those 2 climbs. And we have a commanding lead now. And really, that was easy. We did drop a few riders, but so what? Screw them. And you know, looking at my energy, it really didn't cost me much. And I still have enough of a group here that I've already recovered most of. Yes, a little bit of that energy is not coming back, but again, we distanced the peloton quite a bit, which will be good now. Now the thing here is we can't back off too much, guys. Let's go. We're a breakaway group. Let's go win this thing, huh?
Several riders are in trouble.
Alright, well, let's speed it up. We've got a long ways to go till the next Cat 3. It'd be really nice if this updated as the race goes on. Obviously, the overall stand wouldn't, but if the point standings would update as you hit intermediate sprints. So, Cyanide, if you're ever into checking out your own game on YouTube, if you ever watch these videos, take note, because I think that would be a nice addition to future editions, is live scoring on the points classifications. Alright, so they have picked up the pace a bit, which is nice. I actually haven't even let out in a while, but if I'm leading the climbing, I mean, why not? So we did ditch 3 riders after those 2 climbs, though one of them is still between us and the peloton, but the peloton has really closed it down on us. I mean, you look at that, we're down to, what, 3.5 minutes? So I'm a serious threat. Serious threat to their chances, enough so that we are down to just 3 minutes. All the while we've been riding the coastline here. Alright, and we are approaching our next Cat 3. And I'm already at the front. We're just 5K now. Slow down a little bit until we get a little further along. Okay, things are going to get a bit steeper here, and I'm sure they're going to back off here real soon. 2K. Okay, we're going to start clawing our way towards the front here of the group. Again, I don't want to burn too much energy, but as we are now inside of 3 minutes, okay, let's go to the front. Go to the front. There we go. Over the top. Excellent. 96 points now. I think there's almost nothing that's going to shut us down from winning the mountain climber standings. So the focus really now becomes on the stage. We did just pick up another about 20 seconds on the peloton with my climbing prowess over that of the leaders of the peloton in their pace. And it looks like the peloton itself actually just trying to keep up with my pace. Peloton just split in half. There's only 62 riders left in the peloton. I figured the entire peloton would be together approaching that penultimate climb, but it's not. Alright, well, we've still got a ways. There is a sprint point coming up. I'm not going to waste any energy on that one. No reason for it.
Increasing its work rate. Some teams can't be happy with the breakaway.
Okay, it looks like Peloton did get back together, but I'm sure half those guys burned a whole lot of energy to get there. So a lot of the field's going to be just as, if not more tired than I am. And if you look back, right, I mean, Cheney, he's pretty well spent. Castillo, Bennett, those guys are all, it's just Wolf and Vetkov from my team that are still looking pretty strong. Alright, so the group's stepped up the pace quite a bit here, which is good, to keep the distance between us and the peloton. We are at 2 minutes, which is not a big lead, but there's a chance that it can be hung on to. I'm going to do what I did before here and push the pace on this short climb, and this is going to help stretch that lead back out a little bit. Yeah, not so much. They are gaining on us. We're down to 1:40 now. But the peloton's just hitting right now. Yeah, you can see, look how much it's splitting that field up. I'm sure they'll pull it back together again because it's that short and that stumpy.
Another attack in the leading group.
Campagnano's trying to take off on us. We're down to just over a minute now. Dang it. Yeah, we got a couple riders that are trying to break off and leave everyone else behind.
The entente in the escape group is far from cordial.
That's because we're almost caught.
A couple of teams have set themselves up as pacemakers for the pack.
Alright, well, I added a few more points on the sprint. We're still 4th overall there, but that's not the one I'm worried about. Those guys couldn't get anything on us. We're down to 40 seconds. If I hit the base of the climb and we still have the lead, I got a good shot of still getting over the top of that first climb in first place. 30 seconds now. We are wasting a lot of energy here, though. I need to get water one last time.
The pack is back on level terms with the breakaway.
Okay, we've been caught by the pack. I guess that's okay. It does give me a little bit of time to recover. Before these two climbs, and now I can kind of race in earnest for our overall position. We did grab, gosh, what was it, like 18 points in the mountain climber standings, and to give us a huge lead. This is the big climb coming up, but if I can recover a little bit, which so far I'm not, it looks like the field's pushing it pretty hard by this point as well. Oh, I don't want to run. I don't want to lead it out. What the heck? Just wanted to kind of stay.
Uh-oh, the pack is quick in the pace.
I wasted some energy
Another attack. This time it
with
could
still
go
having
all
relay
the
set there. I
way.
didn't even notice that. Oh, there goes my energy.
The group is slowly thinning out due to such a frantic pace. There are just 10 kilometers left.
Alright, I just got dropped from the front group. Vitkov's still there, though, and it looks like we could catch him here over the bottom. It's a pretty small
5
gap.
kilometers remaining.
And I'm going to recover just a little bit. Not enough. I'm not going to recover enough, so I will not be catching that main group on this last climb.
Many riders. The percentages are very high.
Okay, with that, we got to just give it everything we've got left to get to the top of the hill, and wow, look at things slip away. So no, I will not be finishing 16th in this race.
And the final sprint is off. Who's going to be the first to the line today? Well, nobody can dispute
Nicholas
that win.
Roche,
It was
Michael
very
Woods,
well-deserved.
Balco
We're waiting
Mollema,
for the back markers who are
Alex
fairly
Howes comes in
numerous
6th.
this difficult race.
Vetkov grabs 10th. And meanwhile, I've pretty much locked down the mountain climber standings. But we'll see. Those last two climbs, there should have been points on offer. I finished 46th here today, so not the finish I wanted, but that's because we burnt so much energy in that chase from around that sprint point to the end. Both with the group chasing us and us fighting to have one or two guys get away, and for my own idiocy afterwards to still have relay turned on while the field was also fighting it out instead of just trying to kind of maintain my position, which would have certainly burned less energy than I did in the end. Boy, this field certainly got split up for a stage that really only got difficult at the end. But I think I'm the one who somewhat made that difficult earlier on. Getting out as far as I did with only 35 seconds between me and the yellow jersey, and then pushing those Cat 3 climbs a bit caused the field to react. Alright, so again, Nick Roche, just 15 riders at the front on same time. And we dropped a minute 51. So that will knock me back a bit. Balco Mollema is in the lead with his teammate just 8 seconds back. Roche just 9 now. Vetkov moves up to 10th overall. So he's cracked the top 10. I slipped only a few spots to 19th after spending the full day in the breakaway. 7th in sprint points. Tied for 6th, I guess. But yeah, there you go. Mountain standings. We did stretch that lead quite a bit. We are 54 points ahead. So it looks like we are going to be taking the mountain jersey with just one stage left. We got 54 points. It's going to take a lot for them to overcome me in that last stage, especially if I get in the breakaway again. Okay, I did get 19th in the provisional, and they wanted me in the top 20. And first in mountain standings is exceptional. So we're getting back. We had kind of a lengthy gap between races, so we did drop some manager favorability, and with only a handful of one-day races left, that's going to be hard to get back above 90%. But depending on the final standings of this last stage, I think we can pick up a healthy bonus for that. Alright, not much to it here in the last stage. As we wrap around a loop a number of times. It is a decent little climb. Just Cat 3, so 6, 12, 24, 36 points on offer. And what did I have? A 50 point lead. So I cannot be caught. I will win the mountain jersey. So I might as well hold on for my position in the overall in this stage as opposed to getting in the breakaway. Yeah, 54 points over Jacob Sittler. So no, he cannot catch us.
Hello to
Again,
one and all.
there's only
it's an undulating route, so it will be a tactical race. The heat will weigh on
I say
today's
36
race.
points
The
on
riders
offer.
will
We've
have
got a
to drink
54 point
plenty.
lead, so yeah. We are going to win the mountain climber. But we need to finish top 20 in the overall. So, Vetkov's leader outsider, and I'm the mountain. Yeah, don't you call on me. My job is, well, no, fine.
Breakaway! In all probability, it won't
So
come to
Bennett
much,
takes
but
off to
who
get into the
knows?
breakaway today. It's his job. Ooh, -2 today. So after spending the day in the
current pace
breakaway
is a bit too docile
yesterday,
for some riders who are looking to create
I
a
am
breakaway.
a bit tired this time. Yeah, stamina -4. Luckily, this isn't a time trial of some sort. -4 on prologue, -2 time trial. Just -1 on the climbing, and there is some climbing today, but we've already been over the first, and that was, I didn't even notice. Over the second. They're pushing the pace. Is this a shorter stage? Oh, it is definitely a shorter stage. There's only 80K to go to the end already. So this will be one of those intense, punchy days where the pace will be big. 2.5 minutes to the breakaway group, which has 10 riders, including our teammate Bennett. And here we go into town. Probably Calgary, I'm guessing. Calgary, Alberta. Even though they're showing the ocean nearby. Alright, you can see the pace is definitely intense here in this one. Peloton's already shattered down to 80 riders. And we're going to go right into climbing again here in just a second. Yeah, my goal is not to stay at the front. Oh, there's Bennett. Bennett's been caught. He's back with Peloton. And he's the first rider dropped. from the breakaway group. Not a good performance by him. This is the halfway point over the top of these climbs. We've still got 4 more to go. And apparently I need to go shield Vetkov now. I guess that makes sense why, because it's just him and I. We've lost the whole rest of our team already, as we are down to just 56 riders left in the peloton. Under half of what we started with, and in terms of my team, we're among those first to go. I think that has a lot to do with our level compared to others and the intensity of this stage so far. Wolf has been able to rejoin the group, but only barely. So we backed up to pick up Vetkov, which was a nice little bonus. We dropped another 15 riders or so now. And over the top, it's down to just 24 riders. I don't like being at the back of the group. 3 more times over the climb to end the tour. But if we are down to just 20 riders, then that should actually put us right in that position we need to be to maintain a top 20 finish. So as things are settling down, there are 8 riders now left in the breakaway, under a minute ahead, and there's just 25 riders left in this group. And we should definitely see a few more split off in time. But I'm certainly going to be spending more energy shielding Vetkov from the wind than I would be normally on my own, and that could have me dropped off a little bit sooner. Alright, looks like the breakaway group is finally broken apart, and only most of them just ahead of us, or at least a few of them we're going to pick up. Here by the base of this climb, we just picked up one of them as he's sliding back there on the left side. See, there you go. Vetkov changed his position. He starts to move up, and there goes all of my energy to try to pick back up to him. But let's play this thing smart here. I turned off the protect rider. We need to get over the top here still with the group. See, he's trying to chase somebody. There's one more time over the top, and the pace here is really high. You got the 3 breakaway riders left. They shouldn't be any sort of threat. Oh no, we just got split. And there's still 19 guys up there, so this is not good. And I'm only in a group of 3, not a group of 4, so one of those riders has been lapped. Alright, we're going to try to push forward and then regain our position with that group as close as we are. There you go, we've done it. Oh no, I haven't done it. That is a lapped group. Here is that main field. No, still not the main field. They're too far gone now. No, that is the group. I'm at the head of the group as we go over the climb the final time. And if I had anything left in the tank, I'd push. But 2 riders left in that breakaway. And I'm going to be pushing here with whatever I got left here in a second. I'm not good for the sprint, so let's just go. We're going to ride all out to the end. 1.5K to go. 1K to go. There's the finish line. Here comes the sprinters all past me. But we're with the group, is the point. Okay, Tankink and Bonifazio were the leftovers from the breakaway, just a few seconds ahead of us. And then Woods comes in first. of the rest. Vetkov is in the group, as am I, so I should maintain my position in the top 20 in the overall standings. Came across the line 21st. So I at least was able to get back up to that group after initially getting dropped. Vetkov might not be terribly happy with me, but he did tell me to get out there and chase. And that's what I did at the end, see.
Now for the best moments of the day.
Yeah, winner came from the breakaway group, so that's why we're getting the highlights there. No, okay, only the one rider, or we caught him right at the line. Tanking did get over that last climb away from his partner and won by 12 seconds. I got the same time as the others. We had 23 riders in the final group. One of those being the other breakaway guy, so 22 riders for the overall. So let's see, what did that do? Did it change our standing at all? Yes, we pushed back up to 16th, so we regained a few positions, as whoever was in with us at the end wasn't entirely the guys that were just ahead of me. Vetkov held on to his 10th place, which is not bad when you're racing some World Tour teams as a continental team. I finished 8th in sprints, and definitely I got the mountain climber jersey. So we got a victory there of sorts. We finished the tour with a jersey anyway. I finished 5th in the under 25s, and as a team we got 8th. And look how far, I mean, that's spread back to, this is the continental teams. And there's Astana. And then you get into the pro teams, the top 5. So great job. Congratulations after your exploits in the Tour of Alberta race. You have gained additional XP. First distinctive jersey won in Continental. 25 points. Nice. And here you go. 16th in the overall. That's good. First in mountain standings. Exceptional. And yes, we did get back above 90% with a healthy plus 7% manager satisfaction at 32 points plus those 25. So we got 57 points here today towards our next level. I like it. No win, but making progress. We are definitely making progress as we head into the final 4 one-day races of the season. I will be doing the next 2 off camera, and then I'll see you for the final 2 races of the year, meaning the final episode of the year coming up next week. But that does it for this episode. I'm Decathlon Gamer, and remember, I'm aiming for the best of the best. So if you're ready to join me on my journey, hit subscribe, and tune in next time on my Road to the Record. Bye for now.